Right, we're having a look at it. It's the next day, so it's looking pretty good actually. We've had a quick look over it. We'll put it up on the ramps in a minute. We haven't been underneath yet, have we, George?
Not yet, no.
Right, the first thing we're going to do quickly, before we do too much, is just try and pull this out. So, yeah, you're going to film me.
Yeah.
So, George is going to... So we're trying to work out where the crash is. Now, obviously, this indicator should be forward, so this whole panel's moved. But how it missed the headlight, I've got no idea. So, let's take the headlight out, take this out, take the bumper off because that's easy, and then we can at least start to pull some of this out. We'll get a rope and a truck or something and give that a little tug. Right, and George, get busy, get your Phillips out, get the tools ready for you, get your Phillips screwdriver on here, and let's have a look if you can take that indicator, what's left. I think that's the same as on a Defender. Just whoop those three out. We'll get a little pot. Yeah, that's all rusty and spinning now. They don't look too rusty though, considering. So what year is this, George?
1994.
1994. So I should better do the maths on that, shouldn't I? So Poop Me is 30 years old.
Shit, yeah.
Blimey. So while George is busy doing that, oh, he's got the rusty one now. Oh, he's in a world of pain already. Right, let's have a look. Okay, so that's that hanging out. But you can see it's probably worth replacing. Obviously, we've got to replace the wings and the front panel, but it's a little bit of rust creeping in. Right, we've undone the screw underneath that headlight guard. See if you can just pull that out from the bottom, George. It should pivot from the bottom, just the rim, not the whole headlight. Just that.
Looks like there's some movement.
There you go, go on. And then you've got to push this top bit up. It's on a little sort of... It's tight. There we go. So that's the headlight. Right. Now, we should better just slide it off that adjuster there, George. Just take this whole thing, and there's a little slot there. So that's it. And then slide it down. That's it. Right, now you can unplug that connector off the back. And then we can try and get that headlight bulb up. That's it. Right. So there's your H4 connector, your little side light bulb. There's your halogen headlight. Now it looks like these were riveted in. So these are riveted into the body here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, and it looks like someone at some place has repited. So we'll drill those out, then we can get that out and start to pull it forward. There we go. That's 2 rivets out. Leave it on there. Okay, we'll drill out through the next one. I'm trying to get it square onto the angle of it. That's it. Go down, square onto the angle of the rivet. Gone a bit wonky.
Yeah. I don't know, that's fine. You start recording.
Yeah, go on. Get her on. Go on. Yeah, we missed the centre. George, do you know you're dressed just like Kevin of Kevin and Perry today?
Who's that?
I'll put a picture on the screen. Let me know. Right. Yes, Mrs. Patterson. Right, there we go. So we're going. Right. So we've got that out. There's someone's put a nut and a bolt instead of a rivet in there, but you can start to see the damage here. And we can pull this forward, but there's an air intake to take your fresh air from here up behind. So we're going to take that off, and then we're going to put. I think we'll put something down in behind. We'll get the bumper off, and then we'll just tow it out with the truck just to pull this out.
There you are.
Those 3 out?
Yep.
Alright, and then can you
The rust is pretty bad here.
you got a little, it's not too bad for 30 years old, goodness me. Right then, so we can start to pull that away now. So that should mean we can get something down behind here to get a bit of a pull on, I reckon. We looking alright?
Yeah.
So we've got this bit of wood going up through here that just take the force. George will take the force, I'll hold it in position, and then George is going to pull it with his little Suzuki Jimny and see what happens. But you got to be careful, George. Wind your window down because I've got to hold this in place.
It already is, so...
Alright, hold on then. Alright. Pull slowly then. Go on. Oh, that's a bit better. Right, it's moving. Right, stop there a minute. Alright, that's already taken some of it out. And we can already, in fact, that's not done bad at all. I'm going to put a smaller bit now and pull on the, yeah, that indicator's nearly facing forward now. Let me just adjust it a bit. Alright, Okay, try that there, George. Pull it. Try that there, George. Yeah, go on then. Right, that'll do. Right, that's getting a bit more. Now I think I need to put a bit across the headlight. Right. The plan seems to be working. We've got that front indicator straight. We've pulled the top of the headlight out. Right, go on then, George. So he's going to pull with the little Jimny. Go on then, slowly, slowly, bit more. Well, and you can see the wing coming straight. A little bit more. Well, and you can see that wing coming. Right, that'll do. Yeah, actually a little bit more again. Go on then. A little bit more, go on. A little bit more. A little bit more. Whoa. Right, so you can see it's starting to pull it straight. We've got, that's almost gone too much now. But I need to get the force down here now and get that bit out. But the wing is almost ready to pop out. A series of bits of wood. So what I'm going to try and do is that sort of lever off this corner, which is totally solid, and pull this little dent out here. So let's have a go, see what George can do. All right, go on then, George, slowly. That's it. It's a bit more. Bit more. Go on. More. Okay. Hold on then. I mean, move the wood a bit. All right, try there a bit, George. Go on. Go on, bit more. Bit more. Bit more, go on. Bit more. Bit more. Go on. Whoa. Yeah, so it's coming. You can see it pulling it out. We'll have another plate. Right, so it's not looking too bad now. We've offered the wheel arch up and that's looking, it's got that little dent above the side repeater. I better get out. But it's starting to look pretty square. It's still something a bit odd going on there. That angle there needs, but we can push that out and then try and get our wheel arch on. Reasonably good. We've got the bonnet closing, we've done the front slam panel, we've got the bumper off, we've got the wheel arch ready to go on. I've put some foil tape behind here. I'm just going to put a bit of skimmer filler over here, just lash it over, and then if we get an MOT, I'd rather get an MOT and know that everything's right on it before we start stripping all this down and repairing it fully. So right, let's get busy with the filler, George. Whoa. Golf ball to a pea, that's what they say. Do you know that, John?
No.
So a golf ball of the white stuff to a pea size of the... So, right, get that mix in. Shake your thing, George. Got it?
Yeah.
Right, how are we looking? So it's this heinous bodgery, but we just want to get it so we can get it MOT'd, I reckon. We can put the grill, we can trial fit all that. And then at least we know the headlights work, the indicators work. We can check anything, because I don't really want to be doing... If we've got to do knuckle joints, we might as well do it while the wing's off and stuff like that. So we'll take a look and then we'll give it a wash. George has taken the stickers off the windscreen. Those doors are different colours. We'll give it a wash and a clean, and then I don't think we'll be far off getting it for MOT. We'll see how good it looks with my dodgy filler in. But again, that's just so there's no sharp edges for the MOT test. Bodge is as good as a fix. This is how we used to do it back in the day, George. Right, while the filler is drying on the front there, we're having a look at this exhaust. So we've just taken the exhaust clamp off and it's blowing. You can see all the black sootiness. So what we're going to do, we've jacked the car up, we've got it on an axle stand, and then we're going to jack the exhaust. We've loosened the clamp where it goes onto the gearbox. We're going to mix a bit of car body filler because it's a good exhaust paste, it's high temperature. I'm going to put a little bit round, clamp it up, and then put the clamp on. And that should stop that exhaust blow, which is an MOT failure. So there she is, we fixed the exhaust leak. That is our little Mini. Now obviously it's not repaired, we've just put some filler in there. We've got no sharp edges. I think that could be ready for an MOT. We fixed the indicators, we put the new grille on, we put the bumper on, haven't we, George?
Looks good.
It looks alright. So there we go. So we'll see how it goes. We'll take it up, let's take it up the road for a little... Oh, careful, George, that bit there. Sort that out, that'll be straight. But obviously we need a new bonnet. At least we understand more what we need, don't we, George?
Yes.
New bonnet, new wing. We're debating whether to replace this other wing. Look, we've got a bit of scabbiness going on. I wonder if it's going to be easier to make up a whole front end and put it on as one. Bonnet, chrome strip, we got that. Bumper we fitted. So it's just wing, front panel, bumper. And we're not looking too bad, are we, George?
Very happy.
Let's take it for a little drive. Take it up for a drive on the estate. There we go. That's a lot smoother now with that. The steering's quite stiff. That might be the... It's got a big old steering wheel on it as well. Will we fit through that gap?
We're a Mini, of course we will. So why is the steering wheel so... Why is the steering so stiff?
I think it could be the joints, the front swivel joints could be. Right, let's get it on the ramps and have a look. They're cool, the ramps. So, let's have a look. Rear valance. There is nothing wrong with that rear valance. It looks pretty original, the joining on it. There we go, is there? No, that all looks okay. Right, battery box, they often rusted. Rear boot floor, exhaust hangers. Subframes looking good. So, remember, this car is now 30 years old. And when I was buying Minis, back when I was 20, a 1960 original Mini was 30 years old then. So this is rear brake drums are a bit messy. Rear brake pipes. It's all not looking too bad. Okay, boot floor, subframe, normally they rust in there. Right, it looks like it's had, the floors are good. It looks like it's had new seals at some point. They haven't been joined ultra well, you can see. So where the join was, they're starting to rust a bit. So we need to get something on there. I'm not sure what, some Lanagard or something on there. Right, let's move to the front. There's a lot of oil around this CV joint, and look, the gate has gone there. If we look in there, so I've got to get a new CV joint gaiter. How are the discs looking? Discs are looking okay. Front stabilizers looking okay. Engine's looking okay. There's a lot of oil around this end. I think it's the drive shafts oil seals on the diff here. There seems to be a lot of oil about. These oil seals where the gear change goes in and out as well, they used to be a common failure and they're a cheap thing. So I think I'll get George to get one of those. I think we've got to change the exhaust. This old one is just too much of a nightmare. Front subframe's looking good. So we've got a drive shaft oil seals, I think, on both sides. There seems to be a lot of bits and pieces. Front subframe mounts, they look okay, they can go. Steering rack mounts can go as well, but they look all right. Track rod ends, steering rack gaiters look okay. I don't know what the play is on those, but they're it. The top joints are relatively easy to rebush. And then if we look at the front crash here, it doesn't seem to have damaged this front subframe at all. So I don't think we're looking too bad. I think George has done all right with his little Mini. Let us know, what do you think? What's it worth? So how much did it cost him? I'll try and put some figures on the screen. As I say, I think it's had new doors, but generally, for a 30-year-old Mini, I think you have to agree, that's pretty tip-top. George hasn't decided what he's going to do with it yet, whether he's going to soup it up a bit, or put a white roof on it, or keep it original. Who knows? Anyway, hope you've enjoyed that. It's a bit different. We'll have to get back on the Range Rovers soon, but George is back off to uni again soon. So there you go, George's little project.